another beautiful day, 86 degrees with cloudy skies over the Burlington sky here on a perfect Saturday night for baseball. And it's an exhibition edition of the Burlington Sock Puppets as they take on the USA Collegiate National Team Stripes in a 9-inning exhibition game as a tune-up for the USA Collegiate National Team as they build towards their goal of playing in the Collegiate Showcase against countries Chinese Taipei and South Korea and Japan later in July. And so it's stop one for the Collegiate National Team. They'll stop in Danville tomorrow for a doubleheader with Johnson City and the Otterbots as well before playing the Appy League Select team on Monday in Cary, North Carolina at the USA Collegiate Training Complex. Starting lineups after the national anthem, which is headed to you right now.
As we honor the United States of America with the performance of our national anthem tonight by our own Jay Spoon. And the rockets red, the pompous birds singing there, came through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say, that star-spangled Tonight's game ball delivery is presented by Colville. Jamie Hill here to the bay. Please direct your attention to the field where our on-field host is standing by with a very special guest. Take it away, Jay Spoon.
All right, Stockville, it's Jay Spoon over here at the home dugout with the Dragons 13 youth baseball team, and they are here to give us the two greatest words in sports.
So just moments away from first pitch. It's Kate Pilgrim on the bump for the Sock Puppets tonight. It's expected to be a moving part night for Mickey Tettleton's group. It'll be the first time he really utilizes subs. This guy who does not believe in pinch hitting. So Pilgrim on the bump. The defense behind him, it's Novi at third, Fernandez at short, Moranto at second, Pomeroy at first, Munoz is behind the plate. In the outfield is Weish in left, Claybon in center, and Devin Mitchell in right field. The DH today, LJ Edwards. Starting lineup for the USA Stripes team. Rhett Johnson out of NC State leads things off. Nico Partita is hitting second. Jacob Parker in the 3-hole. Hogan Denny is batting fourth. Jorian Wilson hitting fifth. Braden Joxa is hitting sixth. Trey Calloway, the catcher, hitting seventh. Chris Ramirez in the 8-hole. And J.D. Stein rounds out the lineup for the Stripes. The Stars played against the Greenville Flyboys at 3 p.m., and they got a 9-1 win. The majority of that was due to a grand slam hit by Anthony Pack Jr. The Stars never trailing in that game. So, lefty on lefty matchup for two of the first three hitters for Cade Pilgrim. He'll need all the help he can get. A team comprised of some of the best freshmen and sophomore from around the country. Pilgrim will work from the windup. First pitch home is outside for a ball. Home plate umpire, same as last night. It's Alexis Berry behind the plate and Jason Whitfield Jr. in the field. Pilgrim back into his windup. Comes set. And the 1-0. Inside to Johnson. Burlington returning home the last two nights. Back-to-back losses after a 11-day stint on the road. Last night it was the walks once again in the late innings that cost them. 2-0 from Pilgrim. Johnson lifts one. Left field. Weiss ranges back. Clavon calls him off. And makes the catch right in front of his teammate in left center field for the first out of the game. This lineup that Rick Eckstein, the manager of this group, sends forth. There's 7 Power 4 kids in the starting 9. That doesn't even count Will Sanford, the Oregon prospect. First pitch outside to Partita. Partita, a freshman All-American in the SEC in his first season, hit .306 with 12 home runs. Pilgrim in his motion. 1-0 pitch. Slapped foul off the backstop. Pilgrim's been one of the solid arms on this team this season. In 4 games, 4.15 ERA over 8 2/3 innings of work. 1-1. Inside corner, called strike 2. Over 100 scouts on hand to watch these two teams duel it out. They've been here all morning since about 11 o'clock. The first scouts started to file into Burlington Athletic Stadium. 1-2, sent down the line. Fair ball down the right field line. It'll roll all the way to the corner. Mitchell cuts it off in front of the wall. Chucks it in, and Partita dives into second base. He has a double here and a 1-out base runner here in the first inning for the Stripes. And it's a cast for their respective schools that were just so influential. Just 3 guys in this order that did not have double-digit home runs. And this is comprised of mostly freshmen with some sophomores mixed in. Jacob Parker, freshman from Purvis, Mississippi, the 3rd hitter in this order. And he'll hit from the left side against the lefty Pilgrim. Working out of the stretch for the first time tonight. First dealing home. Curveball in there for a strike. Parker, 18 home runs for Mississippi State in his first season. Hit .339 for the Bulldogs. 0-1 from Pilgrim. Lifted in the air. Should stay in the infield. Pilgrim ranging over. Munoz is called off by the third baseman Novi, who makes the catch. Just a tad inside fair ground for the second out of the inning.
Now adding the lineup number 7, Hogan Denny.
This team primarily comprised of freshmen. The Stars team, primarily sophomores, just 2 freshmen on that team. First pitch to Hogan Denny is fouled into the dirt right in front of home plate. Denny, 6 foot 210 from Mooresville, Indiana, stayed in state to play for the Hoosiers, where he hit .357, the highest mark in this order outside of Rhett Johnson, the leadoff man. 0-1 to Denny. Outside, can't quite catch the corner. A ball and a strike. Pilgrim in the early going. Not necessarily known for running it up with the fastball. He has touched 91 times. Deploys a changeup, a curveball, and a slider, a 4-pitch mix. 1-1 from Pilgrim. Down and away. Munoz had to drop down to block it. It was a Burlington team that saw crooked numbers go on the board in 5 of the 9 innings played last night. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Denny. Fastball pops the glove of Munoz, catches the corner, it's 2-2. Partita leads off a second. Denny trying to work some 2-out magic for the Stripes. Pilgrim's pitch bounced before it got to home plate. Munoz down on the knee again to keep that one front. The throwback gets away from Pilgrim. Moranto there to scoop it on second. Denny awaits the full count pitch. Pilgrim slightly offsets his feet from the stretch position. 3-2. Denny lifts a high fly ball, towering to left center field. Clavon's back. He won't get it. It's over the fence. A 2-run blast. Hogan Denny opens the scoring. He did it 14 times for Indiana this year. And the Stripes jump out to a quick 2-0 lead here in the first inning. .428 feet for the utility player who's playing left field today. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Another lefty, Jorian Wilson. And he swings at the first pitch, fouls it off over the backstop. Wilson, also an SEC all-freshman selection out of Texas A&M. The first 0-1 misses outside. At just .283 this season. 12 bombs and 32 runs batted in. 1-1. Wilson sees it down into the dirt. Brings us to a hitter's count, 2 balls and 1 strike. And a 2-1. Can't quite find the inside part of the plate. So despite not counting for an official game, the home run by Denny makes it now 7 of 8 games at home where there's been runs scored in the first inning. Wilson swings through a fastball. Pilgrim brings it to 3-2. One pitch away from getting out of this inning. His 21st pitch of the first inning. Goes home. Wilson lifts it. Fly ball left field. Weish giving chase back at the track. And he dives. Did he make the catch? He did. He overran the ball, had to come back for it. Dove onto the dirt and made the catch to end the top of the first inning. Hogan Denny with a 2-run home run to lead things off. It's 2-0 Stripes. We head to the bottom of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the club directed by
Back here for the bottom of the first inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. It is the Go Ducks ace on the bump, Will Sanford, the Oregon Ducks leader in innings pitched this season. A much improved sophomore season after a little bit of a rocky start. He was still a starter in his freshman year, but this year in 17 starts, 9-2 record, a 3.74 ERA, and he struck out 126 batters over those 17 games. His first test will be joining him in the Big Ten next season. Bryce Clavon, the newest Penn State Nittany Lion as of last week. And Sanford's first pitch is outside. Clavon hit 6 times last night, 1 for 5 with a single and a walk. Scored a run in the 9th inning. The 1-0. Clavon lifts it. Shallow center field. Ranging over is the shortstop to make the catch. And that's the first out of the game. Clavon retired.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Orlando.
So in stands Orlando Fernandez. Great night last night. Finally get his season average over 200 for the first time all year. He's hitless in his first 17 at-bats. He's finally started to swing it a lot better as of late. Sanford's first pitch. Fernandez swings through a fastball. It's 0-1. Sanford, the right-hander, comes set, works out of the windup. The 0-1. Fernandez swings through another one. It's 0-2 quickly. Similar looking lineup to last night for skipper Mickey Tuttleton, playing the same 4 hitters at the top of the lineup that he's done in almost every game this season. 0-2. Fernandez swings through 3 straight, and Will Sanford has a first inning strikeout of Orlando Fernandez to make it 2 quick outs here in the first.
Now in the first baseman, number 35.
They'll certainly see velo, unlike they should see in most games this season. Sanford sitting around 94 to start things off. 94.7 on the final swinging strike, and that was 3 straight fastballs from the right-hander. In stands the Oklahoma State product, Deacon Pomeroy. First pitch misses downstairs. Pomeroy with a 2-run double in the 9th inning last night. He leads the Appy League in RBI with 23, 313 hitter. 1-0. Pomeroy watches it. Fastball outside for a strike. Has half of the grand slams in the Appy League this season, one of which was on Thursday night against Danville. The 1-1. Pomeroy watches it skip in the dirt, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. And not only does he lead the league in runs batted in, all of his RBI have come with runners in scoring position. A couple of 3-run hits and 2 4-run hits, and Pomeroy slaps that one out of play. Foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Five hitters on this squad with batting average that qualify above 300. 4 in the lineup. Vinny DiCarlo will start on the bench. The 2-2 pitch. Down and in to Pomeroy. Pair of 3-hit games on this home stretch. Two coming from Sanford. Pomeroy grounds it sharply through the hole into right field. He's got a base hit. A 2-out runner for Burlington here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting third baseman, number 40,
So in stands Brandon Novy. Leads the team in home runs with 5 bombs this year. The 0-0 outside to Novy. Got the party started in last night's loss, and he reached base in 4 of his 5 plate appearances, a pair of singles and a pair of walks. Awaits the 1-0. Novy swings through it. Got a tip. A ball and a strike. Pomeroy leading off of first. The 1-1. Took some off of that one and missed outside with the off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sanford registering multiple pitches in 95 now. The 2-1. Down to Novy again. In danger of putting 2 men on. And what makes Sanford so deadly is the fact that his secondary pitch, the curveball, is nearly 20 miles an hour slower than his fastball. The fastball about 93 to 94, and then he has the curveball at 75, 76. 3-1, Novy fouls off. Making Sanford work for it. He's slated to go 2 innings today. The only real rule is a 30-pitch limit per inning. Full count. Sanford set, goes home. Novy swings and misses, and Will Sanford has a pair of Ks in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0. Stripes, we head to the second inning here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. Back here for the top of the second here in Saukville. Josh Rother with you on the call. It's the top of the second inning, and USA has already worked up to a 2-0 lead. Hogan Denny with a 2-run home run in the first inning. And Braden Joxa will lead things off against Cade Pilgrim. First pitch, outside, and a loaded Joxa. 318 hitter at the University of Oregon. One of 2 kids in the starting lineup that played for the Ducks last season. Pilgrim's 1-0. Down again to Joxa. Munoz fumbles it and then throws it back to the mound. Joxa over at first base today. 6'5", 220-pound kid from Fremont, California. At the 2-0. Joxa sends a sizzling line drive into left field and starts the second inning with a runner on base for the Stripes.
Now batting the catcher number 3, Trey Calloway.
Flashy catcher Trey Calloway digs in, and what a colorful appearance he's got with the baby blue barrel of the bat, coupled with the neon orange, yellow, and green shoes. Pilgrim out of the stretch. First pitch home. In there. A strike to Calloway. Second on this squad, if they were to play together during the season. He's got 17 bombs. Only Jacob Parker with more in this lineup. The 0-1. Curveball in there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Calloway, one of the two non-power 4 guys in this order. Played at Alabama State for his freshman season. The 0-2. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming from Pilgrim. Outside corner. Didn't quite find the spot. Munoz encouraging his pitcher. Hit the spot nicely. Just outside. He's had a good feel for the zone thus far. And swings and misses for the 1-2 pitch. And Calloway is set down on strikes. It's the first K of the day for Cade Pilgrim.
Now batting the shortstop number 1, Chris Ramirez.
So in stands Chris Ramirez, 356 hitter at Cal Baptist, one of the more coveted players for the mid-major schools. Ramirez currently in the transfer portal out of Corona, California. Just 5'8", 170. Ramirez gives a big hack at the first pitch, fouls it off the backstop. Pilgrim set. Looks towards first. It now goes home. And Ramirez sends a hooking foul ball down the right field line and out of play. Oh, to the count to Ramirez. Adjusts his helmet. Pilgrim already set. Looks towards first. And now goes home. Ramirez sends a shallow fly ball towards the bullpen and foul. Pilgrim a chance to pick up consecutive strikeouts here in the second inning with the USA Stripes team leading 2-0. 0-2. Fastball right down the middle. Ramirez frozen, and it's back-to-back Ks. Cade Pilgrim. Calloway swinging and Ramirez looking. And the Gaston Junior College player has 2 outs here in the second. In stands J.D. Stein. The first pitch. Had him back pick. Pomeroy couldn't put the tag down. Munoz made a heck of an effort to throw it down to first, and Pomeroy just didn't react in time. Joxa was nearly a quarter of a way to second base when that throw arrived. The count 1-ball to J.D. Stein. 1-0. Skips in front. Munoz holds it. Was a Wake Forest last year, but just committed to South Carolina as of 3 days ago. 278 hitter in his freshman year with a home run and 20 runs batted in. Native of Carmel, Indiana. And he's ahead 2-0 to Pilgrim. Pilgrim's pitch up and away to Stein. It's the 9th hitter in this order. So the count 3-0, looming on deck, Rhett Johnson. Joxel leading off of first. 2 outs here in the second inning. 3-0 from Pilgrim. Fastball right downhill. That's in there for a strike. And now a 3-1. Fastball just missed upstairs. Munoz couldn't quite frame it in the zone. Pilgrim looked confused after he didn't get the call. It's the first walk issued by a Sock Puppets pitcher today. Moves runners to first and second with 2 outs, and Rhett Johnson will bat for the second time tonight. Seven walks issued by Burlington pitchers in last night's loss, 4 of which came in to score. First pitch to Rhett Johnson is carried high and foul on the third base side and out of play. Johnson flew out to center to open this game. Pilgrim with the 0-1. Curveball spun down. Good eye by Johnson to lay that one off. Started belt high before it trickled down below his knees. Now the 1-1. Catches the corner. Fastball for strike 2. Pilgrim, again, 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. One, 2. Curveball doesn't quite get it. Pilgrim took a few steps down the mound. Thought he could have gotten that call. And now a 2-2. Fastball, corner. No call from Alexis Berry. Count works to full. Johnson playing at NC State in the spring. So teammates with quite a few of these Burlington Sock Puppets. You got Juju Picel, Vincent DiCarlo, Brandon Novi, and Devin Mitchell all playing for the Wolfpack last season. 3-2. Pitch home, runners take off. Johnson lifts a fly ball, shallow left field. Weiss ranging towards the line. Works inwards now and makes the catch. And it's no runs in the second for the USA Stripes. Pilgrim works around a single and a walk and holds the USA team scoreless in the second. We head to the bottom of 2. 2-0 the lead for the Stripes over the Sock Puppets. Back here for the bottom of 2, it's Devin Mitchell, Bruce Weish, LJ Edwards to go against Will Sanford, the Oregon right-hander, out for his second inning of work. One of 2 pitchers that will get 2 innings today. And Mitchell swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, out of play. Mitchell, 3 singles in last night's game. Balloon that average back above 300, where it was at the beginning of the season. The 0-1. Mitchell doesn't hack at it. It's upstairs, a ball and a strike. Mitchell, a 319 hitter with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs this summer. 1-1. Skipped in front of Mitchell. Perhaps got the home plate umpire Alexis Berry, who walks it off. Callaway couldn't quite knock it down. He apologizes. Berry will take a minute. She'll flex that left hand. And Callaway will walk the ball back to the mound to give Berry an extra second to get loose. Same crew that worked last night's game against Greenville in the same spots. They flip-flopped in the earlier game today between the Stars and the Flyboys. So Callaway pats Sanford on the back. Devin Mitchell ready for a 2-1. Sanford set. Mitchell back in the box. Berry back behind home plate. Here's the 2-1. Mitchell sends a low line drive, right field, shallow. Will it get down? And fair play, it will, and it rolls past the right fielder, Parker, into the corner. Mitchell's got a double here to lead off the second inning. Didn't hit it very hard off the bat. Found a good spot out there in front of the patio. Dropped down in front of that warning dirt. A long run for Parker. Bruce Weish can even it with 1 swing. Had a 2-run home run in Danville on Wednesday. First pitch to Weish, outside. Weish reached safely in 4 straight games and upped it to 5 last night with a walk, but the first 4 was the hitting streak. Went 0 for 4 in last night's loss. Weish waits, the 1-0. Sends a high fly ball, center field. Johnson, plenty of room, moves over to his right, makes the catch. Tagging from second is Mitchell. Long throw for Johnson. It's cut off and actually gets by the shortstop, Ramirez. Mitchell thought about running home. And Partita scampers to pick it up a few feet behind third base in the grass. It's a productive out for Weish. Moves the runner up to third base. And LJ Edwards with an RBI opportunity here in the second. Edwards, 167 average in 36 at-bats. 1 extra base hit, 3 RBIs. 0-0. Inside to Edwards, backed him off the plate. Almost got by Callaway. So after Sanford, it'll be Ethan Lund and Cam Appenzeller, a pair of lefties. Burlington only facing 1 lefty so far on this homestand. Edwards swings through that one, and it's a ball and a strike. Edwards played at the University of Virginia before transferring to Indian River State College back in his home state of Florida. Played in just one game for the Cavaliers. 1-1. Edwards fouls it back. Just a few feet away from the press box here. So Sanford and Lund, the only two that will get 2 innings of work. And after the 5th, it'll be righties for the remainder of the night. Sanford's 1-2. Edwards grounds it sharply to first, knocked down by Joxa. He's got no play at home, and he fumbles the ball. Edwards safe at first. Mitchell comes in to score. It's 2-1. Edwards hit the ball hard. Joxa knocked it down with his chest, and then when he went to try and flip it underhand to the second baseman Stein, he couldn't quite grab it out of the dirt.
Now batting to catcher number 21, Justin Munoz.
So Burlington has already equaled Greenville's run total from earlier today. First pitch to Justin Munoz. Fastball blown past him. He was late on the swing. Edwards won't get an RBI for it. Not like it matters, as this game won't officially count in the Appy League stat book this year. Sanford, is he possibly bleeding? He's tossing something, maybe a wristband, to one of the assistant coaches. So it goes in the book as an E3. Edwards at first. 1 run in this inning. It's 2-1. Stripes over Sock Puppets here in the bottom of 2. Sanford's pitch. Munoz swings, grounds it high in the air off a large bounce. Joxa will tag Munoz out for the second out of the inning. That ball took a high hop out 30 or 40 feet in the air. And Munoz beat it straight down into the ground. Moves Edwards to second. 2 outs now for Braden Moranto, who was just happy that he got to bat here in the second inning before the lefties come in. First pitch to Moranto, inside. One of the 6 guys chosen to represent Burlington on the Appy League Select Team on Monday in Cary, North Carolina. Patient stance, one of the best contact hitters in the league. 1-0 pitch. Moranto swings, sends a high fly ball, shallow left field. Denny ranging in and makes the catch right on that foul line for the 3rd out. Burlington cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1 as we head to the 3rd inning. The USA Stripes team still holds the lead. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. We head to the third inning here. It's Nico Partita to lead things off. The Aggie doubled and scored in the first inning. Cade Pilgrim's third inning of work starts with a deep fly ball left field. That is a no-doubt home run. Nico Partita sends one into the trees out in left field and gives the Stripes a 3-1 lead here in the third.
Home run by number 4, Nico Martina. Now batting right for number 2, Jacob Parker.
So Pilgrim's second home run surrendered today. Gets another lefty. Jacob Parker stands in for the second time. It's a pair of extra base hits now for Nico Partita. First pitch misses low to Parker for a ball. 381 feet, the official distance on the first pitch fastball. And the 1-0 pitch misses inside. Parker popped out to the third baseman Novi in the first inning. Yeah, the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Pilgrim fooled him. Two-one. Grounded softly to first, down the line and foul. And so for Pilgrim in this order, he's gotten outs against lefties in all 4 at-bats, but the righties have already lit him up for 2 home runs and 4 hits. 2-2 pitch. Down. Missed it. Parker gets it to 3-2. Pilgrim comes set. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss. High cheddar gets Parker. And Cade Pilgrim has his third strikeout of the day. Continues to compete and win the lefty-on-lefty matchup. So with 1 out and 1 run in, a 3-1 lead for the Stripes here in the third. Hogan Denny got Pilgrim in the first inning. A big fly to left center. The first pitch, Denny squares to bunt, lays one down right back at the mound. Pilgrim with ease fields it, throws to first. And Denny's bunt attempt results in the second out of the inning. It's almost opposite ends of the spectrum there. You give up a 420-foot home run the first time he faces Hogan Denny. And the second time, Denny squares to bunt. So with 2 outs, in stands Jorian Wilson. Wilson eyes the fastball away. A ball and no strikes. Wilson waits, and now the 1-0. In there for a strike. Good curveball from Cade Pilgrim. Back to work. Here's the 1-1. Wilson watched it down. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Wilson out in front of a curveball. He's the youngest player on this roster. Just 18 years old. 2-2. Wilson swings and misses. And Cade Pilgrim, mowing through the lefties in this order, picks up his 4th strikeout of the game. USA adds 1 on a solo shot from Nico Partita. It's 3-1. We head to the bottom of the third inning here from Burlington Athletic Stadium. To the bottom of the third we go. Burlington trails 3-1 to the USA Stripes National Collegiate Team. And there's a new arm for USA. It's Ethan Lund, a lanky left-hander from Oklahoma State. Had a fantastic sophomore year. Finished his second season with the Cowboys with the second most strikeouts among pitchers in Division I. 137 Ks in 84 and a third innings pitched. He'll get the top of the order. Bryce Clavon leads off the third for Burlington. One into his windup. First pitch fastball just outside. So he'll get Clavon Fernandez and his college teammate Deacon Pomeroy in this inning. Clavon popped out his first time up. Swings at the 1-0, fouls it off the backstop. Ready with the 1-1. Clavon down in his stance. Pitch home. Check the swing. Barry will check down, and they'll say no swing from Clavon. Pitch looked to be in the zone. I'll call it a ball, so it's 2-1. And now the 2-1 here. Clavon lifts it high and foul. Above the grandstand, out of play. Brings the count to 2-2. Lund, another one of those Midwesterners on this team, out of Fishers, Indiana, went to Hamilton Southeastern High School. Good early velo, 94 miles an hour. 2-2 to Clavon. Swung on and missed. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Clavon chased. He's tagged out by Callaway, who will throw it around the diamond now. Clavon down on strikes. Fernandez steps in. He struck out on 3 fastballs in his first at-bat. Lund's pitch. In there for a strike. Showing off a good 3-pitch mix with the cutter, the curveball, and the slider thus far. And his 0-1. Long breath. Kicks and deals. Inside corner. Didn't quite catch it. It's a ball and a strike. The fastball missing into Fernandez. Clocking at 95 as he starts to settle in. Lund goes home. And defensive swing. Fernandez kind of guessing down there. And Lund moves the count to 1-2. Pomeroy stares off from the on-deck circle as he prepares to face his collegiate teammate. A ball and 2 strikes. The count to Fernandez. Swings and misses at another slider in the dirt, and Fernandez gives himself up. He will not attempt to run down to first, and that's the second strikeout already. Ethan Lund showing his strikeout stuff, which he did so well for the Cowboys.
Now back to first baseman, number 35, Deacon Pomeroy.
A reaction. Shakes from Lund. And now breathes and comes home. First pitch to Pomeroy. Skips in front of home plate for a ball. Well, Deacon Pomeroy has faced one of his collegiate teammates already in this Appy League season. He got the best of Gage Albright in the first time that they faced off against each other with a single in the 4th inning of that June series against Pulaski. And a ton of Oklahoma State kids in this league. 1-0 from Lund. Pomeroy sends a shallow fly ball right field. Coming in is the right fielder. Parker makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 third inning for Ethan Lund. Gives a quick look towards Pomeroy at first base and then heads towards the dugout It's 3-1 after 3 innings here. The USA Stripes ahead of the Sock Puppets. We head to the 4th. Back here for the 4th inning, and Mickey Tettleton has decided that Cade Pilgrim has earned a 4th inning, and he's made quick work of the left-handers in this order. We'll start with 3 righties.
Number 17, first baseman,
Braden Joxa, the first to hit. He singled in the 2nd inning. Pilgrim's first pitch, outside to Joxa. Pilgrim, 3 runs allowed on 2 bombs and 4 strikeouts. Took him 57 pitches to get through the first 3. The 1-0. In their first strike to Joxa. His single led off the 2nd inning, but he was stranded. Pilgrim's lone 0 through 3 innings of work tonight came in that inning, and the 1-1 was low to Joxa. Some activity now in the Burlington bullpen as Josh Evans gets loose. 2-1 high and away. Joxa second in the Ducks in RBI with 36 this season as a freshman at Oregon. 3-1. Joxa fouls it off the backstop. A 3-2 pitch. Joxa sends it down the first base line, foul. Played in 49 games with 44 starts at Oregon. OBP of 400. Now the 3-2 home. Curveball right there for strike 3. Cade Pilgrim is showing out tonight in front of the scouts. He's got 5 punch-outs.
Now managing catcher number 3, Trey Callaway.
Second time he's fanned consecutive hitters in this one. Trey Callaway digs in. Lifts a high fly ball, left field, right at Bruce Weish. Ranges over, makes the catch. And there's 2 quick outs here in the 4th. And so now Chris Ramirez will stand in.
And shortstop number 1, Chris Ramirez.
No longer in the portal as of this morning. Committed to the Tennessee Volunteers. And the shortstop awaits the 0-0. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Pilgrim's pitch missed upstairs. He was one of the most coveted players in the portal. One of the best mid-major players. Now the 1-0. Away. Could help give Tennessee what is now listed as one of the nation's top portal classes. 2-0. Ramirez watches it again. Count is now 3-0. Pilgrim in danger of losing him to a 2-out walk. Three-0 pitch. Down and away again. Ramirez walks on 4 pitches. J.D. Stein, the 9th man in this order, to hit for his 2nd time against Pilgrim. We saw Tettleton be selective the last few nights with not letting these guys go through the order for a 3rd time, outside of Tate Jones, who had a pretty spectacular start against Danville on Thursday. He pitched to 4 hitters for the 3rd time before being pulled. Pickoff move over to first. Ramirez back in standing. Pilgrim set. First pitch to J.D. Stein. Fastball in there for a strike. Stein gently lifting his elbows above that one. Trying to lay off the inside fastball. It did miss the zone. It was called a strike by Alexis Berry, the home plate umpire. 86-mile-an-hour fastball from Cade Pilgrim. And now the 0-1. Runner takes off towards second. Munoz backhands, throws down to second. Tag is in time. And Justin Munoz uses a cannon of an arm to gun down Chris Ramirez, stealing to end the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. USA leads Burlington 3-1. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the home half of the 4th we go. USA Stripes team leading the Sock Puppets 3-1. It's 4-5-6. Ethan Lund has already worked through the 1-2-3 part of this order in quick fashion. A pair of strikeouts in his first frame. He gets Brandon Novi to lead off the 4th. Southpaw shrugs, now goes into his motion. Novi doesn't offer at the first pitch fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Novi above 350 in the Appy League season. On comes set with the 1-0 and nearly nicks Novi on the inside. Backs away, it's 2-0. Novi, the team's leader in OPS, 6th best in the Appalachian League. And now the 2-0 pitch. Novi hits one down the third baseline, fielded cleanly. Partitas throw across the diamond. In time, Novi's retired to start the 4th. So with one out here in the 4th, that'll bring in Devin Mitchell. And how we got here, a 2-run home run in the 1st by Hogan Denny. Give the Stripes a 2-0 lead. Devin Mitchell came in to score on an L.J. Edwards ball hit to first base. Then a solo shot by Nico Partita. Mitchell breaks his bat on a grounder to third. It is foul. Partita still shows off the arm. Well, Mitchell showed up to the office today with 4 brand new bats. They're not nearly as colorful as the red and blue 2-color one, and so Bruce Weiss, the on-deck hitter, brings out a couple, and Mitchell shakes him off. See if he does go and grab one of the new ones. He tars it up. And not quite. It's a black Marucci that Mitchell grabs. Well, count 0-1 to the right fielder. Lund ready to work. Mitchell back in the box. Goes into his motion. Kicks and deals. The 0-1. Mitchell swings and misses through it. No balls and 2 strikes. Nods home. Mitchell awaits. Rolling the bat in his hands. Here's the 0-2. Is down with it. Mitchell has struggled at times with the strikeouts this year. He leads the team with 23, but he's also hit the most, 69 at-bats. The 1-2. Mitchell swings and misses right through a fastball. Ethan Lund showing off the arm. Picks up his 3rd K through 5 hitters. And could make it a minimum outing if he can get Weiss down here and go 6 up, 6 down in his 2 frames. First pitch to Weiss. In there for a strike. A couple of defensive substitutions in the middle of the inning. J.D. Stein and Nico Partita switch spots. The 0-1. Weiss swings and misses through a curveball. Seemed impressed with it when he looked back behind after that pitch. Hogan Denny moved to catcher as well. The 0-2. Weiss fouls it off. It hits the light and it shatters and glass rains down into the USA dugout. A couple of players jumped out of the way. Bruce Weiss shattered one of the lights on that far fixture, and there is glass on the field right now. He could not do that again if he tried. A couple of the coaches on the USA side have started to kick the glass out of the grass, but it's stretched out almost all the way to the first base coaching box in some parts. A very scary situation if you're one of the players leaning on the railing of the dugout and all of a sudden you see shards of glass flying down at 60 miles an hour. One of the USA coaches has now moved to start picking some of the pieces up with his shirt. So Ethan Lund will have to wait a little bit longer before his 0-2 pitch. Mickey Tettleton has hopped out from his side, and he's talking with the home plate umpire, Alexis Berry. Nigel Witherspoon, the videographer, seems to be pleased with the footage he got as he's showing it off to Tommy Williams, the third base coach. Could make for one heck of a video clip. The Sox Squatch is headed over with the clubhouse manager, Jordan Wiles, with a couple of rakes. This is unlike any game break that I have ever seen, although certainly possible. Lund, after a quick meeting with his infield, will move back to the mound and will start practicing for a couple warm-up pitches. And that entire area can be seen as hazardous now, with the glass shards likely in the hundreds or even thousands of pieces.
Super fun. You guys can play pick'em. You can order merch. You guys can get some insane reward boosts. It's free on the App Store. Download it. You can learn about all the players. You guys can see stats. We'll put some highlights. We'll put some pictures. It's a whole lot of fun. Go on the App Store and get the Burlington Sockbubs app.
So a number of people cleaning up the glass mess after a foul ball from Bruce Weiss shattered one of the lights on the fixture on the away dugout. Sent a few of the players scrambling for cover underneath the roof of that dugout. There's still a couple pieces that some of the coaches are finding. That dirt that is spread before the game is now very scarce. They're trying to get as much of that dirt out of there as possible. "3-1 is the lead. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The USA Stripes team ahead of the Burlington Sock Puppets. It's an 0-2 count to Bruce Weiss. And 2 outs in this inning. And this has to be absolutely spick and span before they can resume play. Lund, another warm-up pitch. Trying to stay loose. They've gathered the rakes. They've given the okay to the umpire, Alexis Berry, to continue play. Lund will toss one more warm-up pitch. And that should be the end of this lengthy delay here in the fourth. So Weiss stands back in after nearly 5 minutes off to clean up the glass. Ethan Lund has thrown 5 warm-up pitches in between his last in-game pitch. The 0-2 from the lefty. Swung on and missed. Weish is down. Doesn't run. Now he will. Drops his bat. The toss from Hogan Denny down to first in time, and Ethan Lund, after the lengthy delay, strikes out Weish on the first pitch back after 4 innings played. The USA USA Stripes lead Burlington 3-1. We head to the 5th. Well, it's a new arm for Burlington here as we head to the 5th inning. Joshua Evans. They employ back-to-back lefties against this USA Stripes team, and Evans working in his 5th game of the summer. Won't officially count as Munoz chucks the throw down to second into center field. He had 4 outings in 2 starts, 10 innings, 10 hits, 10 earned runs. 13 strikeouts, 9 walks for Evans. Played his freshman season at Georgia Tech and then headed to Georgia State for year number 2. He's an Appy League veteran, played in Elizabethton last season for the River Riders. 4.32 ERA in that year. First pitch to J.D. Stein is in there for a strike. Stein had his at-bat paused and delayed until this inning after a throwdown from Munoz to Moranto at second to catch Chris Ramirez stealing to end the 4th. 0-1 in there. It's 0-2 now. And both pitchers today wearing double long sleeves. You had Pilgrim with the black sleeves. Evans has the blue sleeves today. Nods home. Here comes the 0-2. Missed outside with it. Brett Johnson on the on-deck circle, so it looks like Rick Eckstein will give his guys at least 3 at-bats before turning to the bench. Here's a 1-2. Missed high and away. Munoz having to jump out of his crouch to catch it. Stein headed to South Carolina next season. Here comes the 2-2. Just outside again. Evans in danger of losing him. He was ahead 0-2. Stein's worked it full. Shakes once, working from the near side of the rubber. Goes into his windup. Evans 3-2. Took something off of it, couldn't quite catch the corner, and it's 4 straight balls to J.D. Stein, his 2nd walk of the game. Back to the top of the order. It's Rhett Johnson, the center fielder. Unfortunate for him, he's yet to see a righty today. 0 for 2. Squares to bunt. Fastball. Nearly ran in and got him. Munoz mask popping off. He's got the two-part with the backwards helmet and the detachable mask. Stein leads off at first. Another square and a pullback. 2-0. Evans has now missed with 6 straight pitches. Two-0 count. Quick check over to first. Stein back in diving. .383 hitter for the Wolfpack this year. Waits a 2-0 pitch. Squares to bunt. Gets it down the third base line. Novi fields it. Throws to first. Beats Johnson. It's a successful sacrifice for Rhett Johnson. Moves Stein to second. And Nico Partita has crushed the ball today. A pair of extra base hits and a pair of runs scored. The 0-0. Partita grounds it through the hole into left field. He's got a 3-hit day. Weiss charges in. They will hold Stein at third, and Novi cuts the throw off. But Nico Partita might have seen his stock rise exponentially high. These aren't draft-eligible players, but getting ahead of next season when the MLB draft will be for these prospects. And Nico Partita, in his first chance in front of these guys, has 3 hits and is a triple shy of the cycle. Puts runners at the corners with 1 out here in the 5th. Jacob Parker into bat and fouls off the first pitch high above the backstop. Parker, the 18-year-old, 6'3", 220-pound lefty. 0-1. Didn't offer at it. Slider missed outside. Now the 1-1. Evans goes home. Misses outside. Munoz having to reach out to grab it. The Yappy League will have 5 tries to beat the USA team. 2 against the Stars, 2 against the Stripes. Well, technically 6 tries with the doubleheader also on Monday. 2-1. In there. Good action on the sinker. Cut back inside the zone. Working inside to the hitter. Parker was not a fan of the call. So you get 4 individual teams with a chance to beat them, and then you get the Appy League Select team, which combines the more talented players into a single pool. 2-2. Evans checks to first. Pomeroy doesn't apply the tag. Parker stretches, leans back in his stance, now readies. Evans back on the bump. Here is the 2-2. Parker swings and misses. Fantastic off-speed pitch. Josh Evans collects a strikeout. Trying to get out of this inning unscathed. He's got a runner at first and a runner at third now with 2 outs. Lefty's now 0 for 7 in this game. Hogan Denny, a home run and a ground out. Swings and launches the ball, line to left, and it is just foul. Denny steps back in, had a home run in the first inning to open the scoring in this game. 0-1, outside. Evans went with the changeup. Nods his approval. He liked his spot. Fastball can creep into the lower 90s. He's done that a few times tonight. Here's the 1-1. Fastball gets by Munoz into the backstop, and that will be a run. Great jump at third base, and now heading towards third, Partida is going to steal 2 bags. He was thinking it out of the box. And Nico Partida replaces J.D. Stein at third base. Wild pitch makes it 4-1 Stripes here in the 5th. Denny in a hitter's count. It's 2-1. And now the pitch. Cranked down the right field line foul, hooking towards that parking lot. Two balls, 2 strikes. Evans set. Here's the 2-2. Denny grounds it to Fernandez at short. Fields it. Throws to first. Scoop for Pomeroy. Gets past him. Rolls to the bullpen bench. Pomeroy throws to second. And the throw in time. Denny's hosed down, but a run comes in to score. We head to the bottom of the 5th through halfway of this game. It's 5-1. The USA Stripes team ahead of Burlington. Back in a moment. To the bottom of the 5th we go, and the lefties in this Burlington order got what they wanted in the 2nd inning, but it was going to be almost inevitable and artificially impossible to avoid facing a lefty at some point in this game, and that's exactly what they have here. 7-8-9 for Burlington against the new arm, Cam Appenzeller from University of Tennessee, and hits Edwards on the hands. Blown dead. Edwards takes his time. Appenzeller only hit 1 batter in 56 2/3 innings of work for the Volunteers, and he hits Edwards on his first pitch. Edwards still shaken up as he tries to work that hand out. 91-mile-an-hour sinker in on the hands, and that'll sting. But he puts a leadoff man on for Burlington. 2nd time he's reached tonight. First on an error in the 2nd. First pitch to Justin Munoz. checked his swing. Alexis Berry said he did go around, so it's 0-1. And Appenzeller at Tennessee, a 4.76 ERA in 20 games, 56 2/3 innings. He struck out 64 hitters, worked to a 6-1 record for the Bulls. The 0-1. Down and in. Munoz checked it again. They'll appeal. And Jason Whitfield Jr. says no swing. A ball and a strike to Munoz. Swings and fouls it. Made solid contact. Just dipped underneath it. Sent it off the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes, the new count. No activity in the Burlington end of the bullpen. Some movement for the USA team. They've already had a pre-planned pitching rotation tonight. 1-2. Munoz grounds it down the third baseline. Foul. Good scoop by Leighton Daly. Munoz awaits. The 1-2. Appenzeller's pitch. Fastball down the middle. Called third strike. Gets some roars of approval from his middle infield teammates. His first official out in this game is a looking strikeout. Braden Maranto, the left-handed hitter, steps in. Maranto flew out to left in the second inning. First pitch. Curveball low. (1-0). Maranto watches it outside. A couple of his Southern Miss teammates played in the earlier game today. All pitchers, Camden Sundstrom, Graydon Harris, and Camden Clark. Maranto spending his freshman season at Southern Miss, team that made the NCAA tournament as a host team, the 9 seed. Maranto lifts a 2-0 fastball out of play, foul. One of the 5 infielders headed to Cary on Monday to play in the Appy League Select game. 2-1. Maranto, weak foul ball. Headed towards the Burlington bullpen, out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Edwards led off the inning. He was hit on the hand by the first pitch from Cam Appenzeller. He stands at first. Sun creeps down. Lights already on, and one of the light fixtures shattered. 2-2. Maranto grounds it hard up the middle. What a diving stop. Ramirez to second for 1. Chris Ramirez just made a fantastic play to flash the leather and get 1 out. Robs Maranto of a base hit. And gets the second out of the inning.
Now that number 1, Bryce Clavon.
Clavon's third try. First pitch. Clavon fouls it off the mask of Denny, the catcher. Appenzeller set. Here's the 0-1. High and away to Clavon. Clavon played a decent chunk of games for the Clemson Tigers this year. Wasn't an everyday player, but got a good amount of starts. And cracks that one high in the air and slicing foul down the line. Out of play. Perfect Game listed him as a top 100 draft prospect for next year's draft. So could be getting a look from the scouts here. He's a speedster, leads the Appy League in stolen bases. Picked up his 19th in the 9th inning of last night's game. Appenzeller steps off. Clavon will reset as well. "5-1 the score here in the bottom of 5. USA Stripes team ahead of Burlington. Here's the 1-2. In front of the plate, Clavon watched it. Count even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Appenzeller set with the 2-2. High to Clavon. The 6'5 lefty needs a break. Steps off the rubber. Gets set back. Ranto will be in motion on the pitch. Appenzeller throws home. Clavon hard crack towards third. Easy play. J.D. Stein throws across the diamond. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Appenzeller hits Edwards with the first pitch of the inning. Gets the next 3 to retire. And we're through 5 here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The USA Stripes lead it 5-1. We head to the 6th. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets.
Also, the field down the right field line is now open. The field down the right field line is now open.
Well, not a new arm here as we head to the 6th. Josh Evans starts his 2nd inning of work. First pitch to Jorian Wilson's fouled off the backstop. There is a new catcher behind the backstop making his Burlington debut. It's John Delgadillo. From the Bronx, played at Grambling State in the portal, and he is a specimen. 6'4", 250 pounds. 1 to Wilson, spins away from Delgadillo. A ball and a strike. Evans back into his windup. Here's the 1-1. Cracked hard down the first base line. Pomeroy makes the play. Moves over to first and steps on it. But he's got the first out here of the 6th. The lefties continue to struggle tonight. That's now 0 for 9.
Batting the first baseman, number 18, Ethan Bingaman.
Or 0 for 8. The sacrifice, not an official at bat. So 0 for 8 are the lefties. Braden Joxa swings through the first pitch. Ethan Bingaman actually subbing in. The Auburn prospect making his first appearance in this game. Here is the 0-1. Bingaman laces one down the right field line. Long run for Mitchell. Makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Josh Evans here in the 6th. Tips his cap towards his right fielder.
Now batting number 27, Trent Gridlinger.
Another substitute. It's Trent Grinlinger. Watches the first one sail past Delgadillo to the backstop. Grinlinger also playing for the Volunteers this season. Huntington Beach, California native. Another one of the SEC All-Freshman honorees. 1-0. In there for a strike. Grinlinger at Tennessee this year. 345 hitter. Hit 8 bombs with 29 RBI in 36 starts. Here is the 1-1. Missed down with it. Puts it to the hitter's count. It's 2-1. Here's a pitch from Evans. Sent on the ground. Moranto scoops it at second. Throws to first. 1-2-3, 6th inning. Is the motto for Josh Evans as he walks off the mound back towards the dugout. Burlington puts up its third 0 in this game in the field as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sock Puppets still trail the USA Stripes 5-1. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the 6th we go. It's the 2-3-4 part of this Burlington order, and if you're from New Jersey, you might remember this name a few seasons ago. Seton Hall Preps. Marcelo Harsh, an all-state pitcher from New Jersey, went to Wake Forest for his freshman year. Didn't get too much run, just 11 appearances, 2-1, the 5.68 ERA. Generates a lot of strikeouts. Top overall pitching prospect from New Jersey in the class of 2025, and he stands 6'5". First pitch to Fernandez is a strike. Fastball right down the middle. Fernandez, a pair of strikeouts tonight. And the 0-1. Fernandez, hard crack, nearly took the head off of Harsh on a line shot back up the middle, and Fernandez has a single to lead off the sixth. That was the hardest hit ball of the night without a doubt. And it's Harsh that supplies the power, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. So after seeing his life flash before his eyes, Harsh back on the rubber to face Deacon Pomeroy, a single and a fly out for the Oak State first baseman tonight. 0-0 pitch, outside. Five runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the USA Stripes team. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Sock Puppets. Here's the 1-0. Outside again. Harsh, all fastballs thus far. 97.4 on the first pitch. That was his hardest throw thus far tonight, but he's at 97 at all 4. Here's the 2-0. Pomeroy checked it, did not pull around. He's worked this count to 3-0. All fastballs still from Harsh. And all away. Last one at 98. Here's the 3-0. Downhill, and he missed downstairs. Pomeroy watches 4 straight, missed the zone, and the Sock Puppets have something brewing here in the 6th. One of the league's best hitters, Brandon Novy, digs in.
Now batting number 40, Brandon Novy.
Novy, such a simple stride and swing. If he could just connect with one of Harsh's 97-mile-an-hour fastballs, could really bring this game back to within reason for Burlington. They trail 5-1 here in the 6th. 2 runners on, no one out. Harsh's first pitch. Novy swings and misses. Went off speed for the first time tonight. Novy way out in front. .88 miles an hour, so about a 10-mile-an-hour difference when he goes off speed. Here's the 0-1. Novy swings and misses. Went right back to it. Fernandez singled to lead off the 6th. Pomeroy walked. So 2 on, no one out. 0-2 count. Pitch to Novy. Downstairs, got away. Fernandez tried to get towards third, but then he's worked back towards second. He's the 3rd catcher of the game for the USA team. Trent Grinlinger now behind the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Novy. Outside, nearly got away. Grinlinger extending all the way out to hold it in play. Novy's worked it back even to 2-2. First fastball he's seen in that at-bat, and it was way outside in the left-handed batter's box at 97 miles an hour. Harsh ready. Here's the 2-2. Skipped it in front of the dirt, and another block. Grinlinger's really had to work in this AB. He was doing his job to perfection to keep these runners where they are, but Harsh could lose Novy here completely and load the bases. Swung and missed. And back-to-back cutters to start the at-bat. See if he goes back to it on 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, top of the zone, called 3rd strike. Novy will walk back towards the dugout. There's another off-speed pitch, the cutter at 89 at the top of the zone. Perfect spot for the first out. Second time Novi's Cade tonight. In stands Devin Mitchell, his college teammate at NC State. Waits for Harsh to get in his stance from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. Mitchell cracks it down the right field line, hooking towards the corner. If it stays fair, it's extra bases and it's foul. And Devin Mitchell puts both of his hands on his helmet. He can't believe it. The USA team was playing it as if it was a live ball. Mitchell thinks it might have been fair, possibly. Well, there's only about 2 feet of space between the foul line and the railing down that line, so it has to be nearly perfect placement for it to be a foul ball down that way. It ends up a long foul ball. Would have been Mitchell's second extra base hit tonight. Instead, the count 0-1. Guy who had just 8 at-bats for the Wolfpack this year, made the most of them, a home run and a double for his 2 hits. Here's the 0-1. Mitchell doesn't swing at that one. Cutter in there for a strike. It's noticeable. You can see the adjustment that the batters have to make when Harsh goes to the off-speed pitch after trying to catch up to 97. Before the 0-2, Harsh steps out. Mitchell steps out as well. Ready to do it. The 0-2 to Mitchell. Fastball just away. Good vision for Mitchell to not chase it just out of the zone. Fernandez is the runner at second. Pomeroy is at first. Marcelo Harsh trying to make it back-to-back strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Slider down low. Takes out Mitchell for the second out of the inning. The Sock Puppets didn't strike out until the 6th inning yesterday. They've been fanned 9 times as we're in the bottom of the 6th. USA leading 5-1. First pitch to Bruce Weish. Nearly hits him. This is inside with a fastball. Strikeout pitch both times. That slider. 1-0. Weish didn't hack at it. The automatic check from Grinlinger to look down. Weish didn't even come close to coming around, so it's 2-0. Weish ready. Harsh is 2-0. Hacked at. It was in the dirt. Fernandez will swipe third. No throw from Grinlinger. Pomeroy retreats to first. Puts runners at the corners here with 2 outs. Weish is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out and a strikeout. Just 2 free passes issued all game by this USA pitching staff. A hit by pitch in the 5th. And a walk to Pomeroy here in the 6th. Hitters count 2-1 to Bruce Weish. Pitch home. Weish hacks at it, sends it right up the middle to the second baseman. And it's Partita that steps on second for the final out. We've played 6 innings here. Burlington threatens but does not score. 5-1. We head to the 7th. USA ahead of Burlington. You're listening to the Sock Puppets. To the 7th we go. Josh Evans back out for his 3rd inning, and he's been really solid thus far outside of just that 5th inning. Ball and no strikes to count to Chris Ramirez. Strikeout and a walk today. Watches the 1-0 fade inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Bunt. Ramirez pulls it back. There was 1 earned run in the 5th, 1 unearned run. He walked 1 and gave up 1 hit in that inning, but he was 1-2-3 in the 6th. Very solid stuff from Joshua Evans. He's behind 3-0 to Chris Ramirez. Fastball in the 90s here to start this inning. Here's the 3-0. Delgadillo thought he found his spot. Apparently missed upstairs with it, so it's a 4-pitch walk. Chris Ramirez, 2nd time reaching on the base on balls tonight. This bottom of the order has walked in 4 of 5 at-bats, the 8-9 spots. J.D. Stein. So Stein with a pair of walks and a run scored in this game. Evans out of the stretch. Stein squares. Pitch misses high. Evans from Lawrenceville, Georgia. 20-year-old, 6'2" left-handed pitcher. Started at Georgia Tech, then to Georgia State. 1-0. Another square and another ball. Well, Evans and Pilgrim, a very close friendship on this team, and they pitch one after another today. Spend most of the week playing catch, throwing flat grounds with each other in the outfield before the games. Here's the 2-0. Squaring to bunt. Stein lays it down. Evans spins and fields it with his glove. Underhand toss to first. It's a successful sacrifice for J.D. Stein.
Now at number 21, Rhett Johnson.
Rhett Johnson will hit for a 4th time tonight. And the lefties still looking for their first hit in this order against the left-handers of Burlington. Josh Evans, the left-hander against Rhett Johnson, hits from the left side. 0-0 pitch. Johnson watches it down. Outside of that sacrifice bunt, it's been 7 balls thrown in this inning by Josh Evans. And that pitch that was laid down was not in the zone. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Evans finally finding the zone. Rhett Johnson had a sacrifice his last time up. 0 for 2 officially with 2 flyouts. Awaits the 1-1. Skipped one in front of home plate about 5 feet before getting to the base. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. Delgadillo pulls it back in the zone. Caught the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sock Puppets pitching staff tonight has been pretty solid against this really well-rounded USA lineup. They've got 6 strikeouts between Pilgrim and Evans. 2-2, runner takes off. Evans has him picked, but throws it into center field, and sliding into third, Ramirez will run all the way home now. Evans had the read on him, but just tossed it past Fernandez and Moranto into center field. Clears the bases. It'll be an error on Evans. Back to the windup goes Evans. 2-2 pitch to Rhett Johnson. Cut on and missed. Joshua Evans Strikes out Rhett Johnson. Seventh K by a sock puppet pitcher tonight.
Number 4, Nico Partida.
Nico Partida will hit. And he is on cycle watch. Rare you can say that. But with a chance to hit for it here, he just needs a triple. Yo-oh. Inside to Partida. Has certainly thrived and taken advantage of the fact that he's got the right on left matchup, and without Nico Partida tonight, it's a much different ballgame. He scored half of his team's runs. Here's the 1-0. Partida checks the swing, came all the way around to his front shoulder with the bat. It's a called strike on the swing by the home plate umpire, Alexis Berry. A ball and a strike. Pitch to Partida. Swings and misses. Great curveball from Josh Evans. And he's hunting. A leadoff walk already in to score, but trying to make it 3 straight outs after the fact. The 1-2. Partida chased it, and they're going to call it a foul ball. And Partida took off towards first. I don't think he made contact with the ball at all. It was well out of the zone. Partida, who's shown great discipline and has had great pitch selection tonight, chased that one by quite a ways. Back-to-back spinning pitches. Slider fouled by a changeup from Josh Evans. What will he go with on 1 and 2? Into his windup. Deals home. And misses downstairs with a slider. A 6-1 lead for the Stripes here in the top of the 7th inning. Evans ready to work. Here's the 2-2. Partida hacks it, fouls it off. Game 2 of this doubleheader today, the USA Stars team took down Greenville 9-1 in the first game of the day. USA team split into 2 during the training camp section. Here's the 2-2. Partida swings and misses at a fastball. Josh Evans is really working within himself here. He's got 3 punch-outs over 3 innings of work. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Burlington still trailing 6-1. Back in a moment. Well, keep the all-conference honorees rolling. Another all-conference pitcher, this time out of the Big Ten in UCLA. It's Zach Strickland to take the mound here in the 7th. Put together a very impressive season at California, Los Angeles. 6-1 with a 2.82 ERA over 27 appearances out of the pen. 52 strikeouts to just 6 walks over 38 and third innings. And he's got a new man up to bat here. It's Vincent DiCarlo to pinch hit. Moving to that DH spot. Strickland's first pitch home. Down and away. Not only a Conference All-American as a freshman, also made perfect games, collegiate All-American freshman team. 1-0 to DiCarlo is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 for 3 in last night's game. His first game back at home since the Elizabethton game on June 11th. So playing in front of the home crowd for the second night in a row as a pinch hitter. The first time Mickey Tettleton has done that all season. Here's the 2-0. DiCarlo hacks at it, fouls it off. Won't count in official capacity. Low 90s fastball to start for Strickland, 92 miles an hour. Back into his windup. Here's the 2-1. DiCarlo doesn't hack at it, just missed with the fastball. Really close. Count 3-1 to DiCarlo. The pitch home. Hacks at it, sends it to right field. Not deep, ranging over. Parker has plenty of room. And he makes the catch. A few feet in front of that short porch. The wind blowing out to right field kind of took that one. DiCarlo down to start off the inning, and now it's the newest debut. He had one last night. It's Nick Fine on the mound. John Delgadillo, the catcher to hit. With 1 out here in the 7th. Strickland into his motion. Delgadillo doesn't offer at the first pitch, misses outside. Strickland back to work. Here's the 1-0. Outside again. That one catches the corner. Delgadillo at Grambling State this year did not play in any games. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swings and misses way late on the fastball. He's really sitting back there. Swung when the pitch was already in Grenlinger's glove. 93, the hardest registered tonight. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Zach Strickland strikes out Delgadillo for the second out of the 7th. 94 miles an hour, continues to climb the ladder. Braden Moranto, the 9-man. 0 for 2 tonight. The Amory High School product from Amory, Mississippi. 0-0 pitch. Moranto watches the fastball in the zone for strike 1. Moranto won the MVP in high school with his state championship in his sophomore season. 0-1. Swings and misses again. 0-2 now. Strickland holds the ball in his right hand. Now comes set. Works to deliver home. Moranto hacks at it, fouls it out of play. (6-1) the lead for the USA team here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zach Strickland trying to work a 1-2-3 7th. The 0-2 pitch inside to Moranto. Started the inning at 91-92. He's worked up to 95 with that fastball. And the Bruin back on the bump, working from the near side. Out of the windup. Goes into it. Here's the 1-2. Fastball just dotting the outside corner, but not enough for the call. A 2-2 pitch. Moranto hacks at it. It's out of play. Burlington never led. It was 2 runs in the first inning off the bat of Hogan Denny, a 2-run shot, 428 feet to put Burlington behind. That's where they've stayed all game. Here's another 2-2 from Zach Strickland. Pitch home. High to Moranto. Into his stance. Full count pitch. Moranto grounds it off his foot. It's in fair play. It's blown dead by Alexis Berry as Moranto did not attempt to run there. Bases around and walks it off. No longer the shortest member on this team after Nick Fine joined the team. Moranto just 5 foot 8 inches tall. Rocks back in his stance. And here is the 3-2 again. Moranto swings and misses. And lets out a audible yell as he retreats to the dugout. It's a 1-2-3 seventh for Zach Strickland. We head to the 8th inning with USA leading Burlington 6-1. Back for the top of the 8th. And can a lefty finally get on base tonight? It's Jacob Parker to lead things off. Grounds it softly to first. Softly hit off the glove of Pomeroy, and it was spoken into existence. It's an error for Parker to reach first. It just bounced off of Pomeroy's glove. Still no hits for the lefties tonight in this order.
Now batting number 7, Hogan Denny.
Third error of the game for the Sock Puppets. Hogan Denny into bat for the 4th time tonight. 1 for 3 with a big fly in the first. Swings and misses hard to the first pitch fastball from Josh Evans, who's starting his 4th inning of work tonight. First time this road trip. It's been a clean slate for the pitchers. Have not been pulled out of an inning or pulled in the middle of an inning, and that one is swung on and missed as well. Denny down 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Tried to go for the trifecta, but missed outside with it. He's seen all three, sinker, slider, then the changeup from Josh Evans. Parker at first. No one out in the inning. 1-2 pitch. Lifted high and foul towards the parking lot. One-two count. Denny waits. Runner takes off. Parker would have had second base stolen, but it was fouled back by Hogan Denny. One-two, still the count. The Hoosier waits. The pitch from the Panther. The 1-2. Outside. Delgadillo having to come out of his crouch to collect it after it deflected off of his mitt. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The new count. The lefty Evans working against the righty Denny. First a check to Parker. Nearly got past Pomeroy, who had to get out of his position, straddling the bag to go collect it. Jorian Wilson, the on-deck hitter. Another lefty in this order. 2-2 pitch. Parker takes off. Denny fouls it off again. It's an hopeless feeling for the runner. And Parker takes his helmet off as he trots back to first again, nearly out of breath after running the same distance already twice in this at-bat. Denny's ready. Evans set. 2-2 pitch. Called third strike on the outside corner. Beautiful slider from Josh Evans on the 8th pitch of the at-bat to sit down Hogan Denny. That's one down here in the 8th. Jorian Wilson will bat. 0 for 3 tonight. A flyout, a strikeout, and a ground out. Left-hander from Texas A&M. The 0-0. Didn't hack at it. Missed low and away with it. The pitch to Denny was the furthest of the strikes in that at-bat. It was out of the zone. And Evans gets a good call. And this one gets past Pomeroy. Evans pickoff attempt. Moranto scampers to get it. Parker rounded. Moranto tripped trying to pick up the ball, but it'll stay at second. Second throwing error for Josh Evans on a pickoff move today. Lucky it didn't cost him 2 bases like the last one did. Mason Hatcher getting loose in the bullpen. Be in line to go in the 9th inning. Evans just 58 pitches. 1-0 is outside to Wilson. Two balls, no strikes. The pitch home. Wilson sends it left field. Should stay in play. Long run for Weiss. Bullpen catcher has to move out of the way. It landed just a few feet to where he would be sitting as he catches Mason Hatcher to warm up. So it bounces out. It's 2-1 the count. Wilson gets set again. So calm, stance from the left side, stands up straight. Here's the 2-1. Delgadillo with a good block to keep the curveball from bouncing to the backstop. Count moves to 3-1. Evans out of the stretch. 62nd pitch tonight is downstairs for a walk. And now a pair of lefties have reached this inning. Barker at second. Wilson trots down to first. It's the third walk of the night for Josh Evans. One in the fifth, one in the seventh, and now one in the eighth. It's a 1-2-3 sixth, and pitching coach Dave Schmidt is out of the dugout to have a chat with Josh Evans. It's a quick visit. Schmidt back to the dugout after his meeting on the mound, and it's the second at bat of the day for Ethan Bingaman. Redlands, California native, watches the first pitch downstairs for a ball. Bingaman, the Auburn Tiger, top 35 player in his high school class. Evans throws home. Inside to Bingaman. .330 hitter for the Auburn Tigers. 15 home runs, 50 runs driven in. Had a pair of hits in that late season loss to Ole Miss in the college playoffs. Runners take off. Evans steps off, throws to third. Novi tags out the runner. That's the second out of the inning as Parker tried to get a quick move on Evans. Dorian Wilson moves to second. Second out on the base pass for the USA team tonight. It was Chris Ramirez gunned down stealing second. And that time, it's Parker. 2-0 count. Pitch to Bingaman. Outside. 3 balls, no strikes. The only player on this team listed as both an infielder and an outfielder. There's a handful of utility guys on this team. I've seen Hogan Denny catch and play left field. 3-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. Bingaman was trying to make it a 7-run game with one swing. Evans is ready. Pitch home. Bingaman barely gets a piece of it, sends it foul off the netting near his dugout. Full count to Ethan Bingaman. But Wilson be in motion here on this pitch. Moranto plays him to try and keep him on. Evans goes home. Misses inside, gets by Delgadillo. Long round at third from Wilson. Delgadillo slides in front of the backstop. Bingaman rounded first. He'll retreat to the bag. So it's a full count walk. Second in a row issued by Josh Evans. And that will end the day for Evans as Mickey Tettleton makes his way out to the mound. He'll take the ball and head to his right-hander, Mason Hatcher, with 2 outs here in the 8th. The USA team up 6-1. We'll take a step aside. Mason Hatcher into pitch for the Sock Puppets here with 2 outs gone in the 8th inning. They'll face Trent Grinlinger to start things off. First pitch hits him right in the helmet and bounces about 50 feet in the air, and Grinlinger tosses his bat aside. And Hatcher struggled with control in his last outing, and he is stumbling. That is a hard hit to the head, and not what you want to see if you're a fan. He's likely going to have to come out of the game. Pinch runner will come on. Braden Juxa. Grinlinger will retreat to the dugout. 89-mile-an-hour fastball directly to the head. It rocketed the helmet off of his head onto the ground, and the ball spiraled towards the USA dugout. Loads the bases for Chris Ramirez. And all of a sudden, a hush sort of falls over the crowd here with Ramirez into the box. The bases loaded. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Hatcher's first pitch. Swung on and missed. Hard fastball. Ramirez swung so hard he had the strap of his batting glove come undone. Hatcher issued 7 straight free passes, 5 walks, and 2 hit by pitches in an outing against Danville earlier in the week. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back swinging strikes. Hatcher sort of sending a warning shot at first. The count 0-2. Air of fastball is blown past Ramirez. And now the 0-2. Checked it. Top of the zone again. Same spot he's been in throughout his outing. The Radford pitcher comes set in his motion. 1-2. Curveball downstairs. Delgadillo really liked it. Nods his approval. Ball shipped back to the mound. Count even at 2-2. Martinez waits. A 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Ramirez with a pair of walks tonight and a strikeout. Hatcher comes set. Slightly offsets his feet. 2-2 pitch. Ramirez lifts it in the air. Called off by Delgadillo right in front of home plate, and it bounces foul. Delgadillo was really close to touching that in fair play. Another defensive miscue in this inning. It was started by an error by Deacon Pomeroy at first base. Still yet to get a run in this inning, though. Josh Evans picks off Jacob Parker. The base is still loaded. 7th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Mason Hatcher trying to retire Chris Ramirez and end this inning. Two-two. Ramirez sends it. Shallow center field. Long run for Clavon. Instead, it's the shortstop Fernandez. That ranges over. Makes the catch and ends the away half of the 8th inning. We head to bottom 8. Top of the Sock Puppets order. Due up. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Burlington Sock Puppets. To the 8th we go here at Burlington Athletic Stadium. The USA Stripes team with a 6-1 lead over the Sock Puppets. Bryce Clavon to lead things off, and the fans earlier today were treated to a show. Aiden King started Game 1 today for the USA Stars team, the SEC Pitcher of the Year. And another Florida Gator takes the bump here for the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Joshua Rittenauer. Works from the right side. First pitch downhill to Clavon is a strike. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Rittenauer for the Gators this year. 25 appearances, 7 saves out of the bullpen. 36 and 2/3 innings pitched. 14 walks to 49 strikeouts. A 5.40 ERA. 0-1 to Clavon. Broken bat and caught at first base. What a play by Joxa over at first base to leap and make the catch.
Number 7, Orlando Fernandez.
So one man gone, in stands Orlando Fernandez, product of Northwest Florida State College. First pitch, Fernandez swings and misses. 1 for 3 tonight, a single with a pair of strikeouts to go alongside it. Fernandez in his second season here with the Sock Puppets. The 0-1, outside, called strike. Fernandez not a fan of it. Rittenauer 96 miles an hour on the fastball. The first 2 pitches registered. The 0-2. Rittenauer just missing outside. So Fernandez works it to 1-2. Rittenauer goes into his motion, deals home. Outside with the fastball again, but he missed. 3 straight on the same spot. 1 was called a strike, 2 just barely high for balls. 97 miles an hour on the latest one. Here's the 2-2. Outside again. Fernandez works it full after being down 0-2. First off speed pitch we've seen in this at-bat. That slider's so tough, it's still in the upper 80s. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fernandez with a hat trick of strikeouts tonight, courtesy of Joshua Rittenauer on that one. Brings up Deacon Pomeroy. Pomeroy, the lone sock puppet in this game to reach base twice, outside of L.J. Edwards, who reached on an error. It's a single and a walk, plus a fly out for Pomeroy tonight. First pitch fastball misses away. Pomeroy waits the offering from the Gator, 1-0. High and away again. The audible ball called by Alexis Berry from behind home plate. 2 quick outs for Rittenauer here in the 8th. The 2-0 pitch. Pomeroy swings and sends it flying foul. And the 2-1. Fastball catches the corner. Good competitive pitch. Rittenauer makes it 2-2 to Pomeroy. 6-1 lead for the Stripes team here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pomeroy patient, chokes up, shortens his swing, and that one was downstairs anyways. It skipped in front of the plate. Moves the count to 3-2. "98 miles an hour on the latest reading from Rittenauer. Payoff pitch into his motion. Rittenauer comes home. Pomeroy barely fouls it off. Sock Puppets will wrap up this homestand tomorrow with a 5:30 start against the Greenville Flyboys for Game 2 of that series. 3-2, outside to Pomeroy, didn't chase it. Works a walk. It's his third time on base tonight. Got to get the other Bash Bro in sync tonight. Brandon Novi has been held quiet tonight. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The 0-0 to Novi. Fastball outside, called strike. Pomeroy off of first. 0-1 to Novi. Same spot, just missed. Count to 1-1. Novi doesn't swing. It's 2-1. All fastballs in this at bat from Rittenauer to Novi. Sock Puppets currently equal with the Flyboys in runs scored against the USA teams today. Just one apiece. Novi hard line drive down the right field line, foul. It's the best swing he's put on a baseball tonight. Just a few feet foul. Count even again. It's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brandon Novi versus Joshua Rittenauer. Pitch home. Past the catcher to the backstop. Pomeroy will grab second. And Trey Calloway is checked back into the game at catcher after Grinlinger left the game after being hit in the head with a helmet. 3-2 to Novi. Lifts one high and foul. High above the netting and into the forest that lines the right side parking lot. I have another 3-2. The eighth pitch of this at-bat. Goes home. Novi lifts another one high and foul. Same spot. Continuing with the fastballs. Working in between 96 and 97. Joshua Rittenauer, one of Florida's best bullpen arms from this past season. They earned the number 1 overall seed. Did not advance. 3-2 pitch. Downstairs to Novi. He works a 2-out walk to put runners at first and second for Devin Mitchell.
Number 24, Devin Mitchell.
That Gainesville Regional was certainly surprising. The Troy Trojans were the team that made it out of Gainesville. That Florida team programmed by Kevin O'Sullivan, one of the best in the SEC, year in and year out. 0-0 to Mitchell. Down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. They've hosted in Gainesville 4 of the last 6 seasons. One 0 to Mitchell. Lifts one, left center field, deep into the gap, and running in to make the catch is the left fielder to end the inning. Mitchell put a great swing on it, as he's done in multiple at-bats tonight, just doesn't get rewarded. So a line out ends the 8th, 6-1 still the score, 1 more inning to play. And that will end it. So the game blown dead. But no more arms to expend, says Mickey Tettleton. He waits for the USA coaching staff in front of home plate. It was Mike Sosha that did the home plate meeting, longtime Angels manager and one of the MLB's most friendly guys online. Mike Sosha is still very prevalent with the MLB these days. And that will do it. So the two teams will shake hands. 6-1 the final score. USA Stripes team takes it over the Sock Puppets. 6 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. Burlington 1 run on 3 hits and 4 errors. That will just about wrap up coverage of today's game, but be sure to tune in tomorrow. Game 2 of the series between the Greenville Flyboys and the Burlington Sock Puppets goes live at about 5:30 p.m. tomorrow. We'll see you then. Josh Rothert signing off high above Burlington in the press box here. Have a great night.